Spoiler alert, on this episode, Wander Franco does not make my list. Stay tuned for another episode, Red Cape Sports. Hello and welcome everyone back to yet another episode of Red Cape Sports. My name is Bird Bouchard, so happy to have you all along with me for this episode. Guys, we're finally back at it. We're doing another top 5 video, but before I go ahead and start, I just want to kindly mention that in this video, I'm not going to be telling you guys specific cards. I really just want to get away from that, more or less so, just tell you who I personally believe are currently good investments. You guys can go out and do your own research as to which cards, which variations, so on and so forth that you guys want to get. But without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. Guys, the first guy, or rather from descending order, so starting with number 5, I've spoken about this guy on previous Red Cape Sports videos because he's had a lot of hype, and that's Adley Rutschman. Okay, so Adley Rutschman, in my honest opinion, is going to be, the 5th best rookie card to pick up. Now, why do I say that? First and foremost, his age, okay? This guy's 24 years old, so when you realistically look at, let's say he plays 10 years, right? From 24, that's already gonna lead him till 34. So realistically, when you look at his Hall of Fame trajectory, which is what I personally like to do when I'm investing in sports cards, starting so old, and obviously he's not old, but for baseball, that is rather old. It's going to be really difficult for him to even, make an argument, so to speak, to make the Hall of Fame. And he's a catcher, and he's playing in Baltimore. Obviously, right now, as I film this, Baltimore is playing really well, having just won 8 straight games in a row. Adley Rutschman's phenomenal. He went to Oregon State. This is a guy who literally in the College World Series, got intentionally walked with the bases loaded. He's phenomenal. And I'm definitely not trying to say that he's not. Obviously, there's other guys in this video who are phenomenal, but there's a lot of variables and a lot of factors that go into this. Like I said, his age, like I said, the team / the market in Baltimore, and also his position being catcher. It's really difficult, Buster Posey was really good and didn't get much card love there as well. So before I move on to number 4, as I've mentioned previously in this video, someone like Wander Franco isn't even going to make this list. The reason being for that, you can call him a rookie, you can call him not a rookie because he played last year and he played in the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. Major League Baseball and Major League Baseball Player Association can all have different definitions. However, pop reports are really important too. So a guy like Wander Franco, who's just got hundreds of thousands of base rookies, we're not going to go with him. So, regardless, number 4 is going to be one of my favorite players on my favorite team, the St. Louis Cardinals, and that is Nolan Gorman. So if you guys aren't familiar with Nolan Gorman, get familiar with him. This guy hits bombs. And by that, I literally mean currently he's got 7 career MLB home runs, and 6 of those 7 have all been measured at 400 plus feet. So as we all know, what tends to drive the Major League Baseball card market is the long ball, right? As they say, chicks dig the long ball, and it's very true in the hobby as well. People love home runs. Well, Nolan Gorman does that, and he's learning from phenomenal batters in Albert Pujols. He's learning from Nolan Arenado, and he's learning, from Paul Goldschmidt. So he's in a really good lineup, and I think he's going to have tremendous success. This is a guy who's really versatile. He can play second, he can play short, he can play third even, he can play the outfield. Nolan Gorman does a lot of things right. We are still waiting for that, quote, flagship rookie. But for the time being, and I know that I personally said I wouldn't mention other cards, and I will remain true to that, but I did just want to say, go check out Bowman's, whether that be Chrome, whether that be paper, even Topps Finest, Topps, whatever it might be. I do like Bowman for this particular case. Coming in at number 3 is a guy who, and honestly, I don't do this too often. I called up my dad and I messaged Mitch on Facebook Messenger and I said, guys, this kid, if you don't invest in him, you're going to miss out. You're going to be kicking yourself. And I don't do it often, and I know Mitch is looking at me right now, and Mitch probably doesn't even know who I'm talking about, but this kid is phenomenal. O'Neal Cruz, you guys have probably seen him in and about, all the social media. I know that he's even cracked Jeff from Sports Cards Investors, his app where they track all the stuff and market movers. Phenomenal app. But O'Neal Cruz is the real deal. This is a shortstop. Guys, a shortstop is not supposed to be 6'5". A shortstop's not supposed to be, able to throw 100 miles per hour. And a shortstop's not supposed to just hit bombs like this. But O'Neal Cruz does all of this. Now, mind you, with that comes, a little bit of backlash. Let's take a step back. The batting average may not be the best, but at the end of the day, what does the hobby love? They love home runs. They love a guy who can run like the freaking wind. They love a guy who can hit bombs. And they love a guy who's shortstop, taller than Aaron Judge, basically, and who just does so many awesome, fun things. O'Neal Cruz is really fun to watch. Yes, currently he does play on a weaker Pittsburgh Pirates team. However, they're up and coming. So for that reason and many, many more, again, do your research on which card to buy. Be wary of pop reports. But O'Neal Cruz comes out at number 3. Moving on to number 2, this is a guy that Mitch is 100,000,000% familiar with. Mitch told me when this guy's rookie card comes out, we're going to buy it. Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. is a phenomenal player. I mean, this is a guy who defensively, he's phenomenal. He can hit for power, he can steal bases. Bobby Witt Jr. is the whole package. And I mean, there's a reason why he was drafted so high, being number 2. I really like Bobby Witt Jr. I look at his swing, and I know personally I'm really picky about how people swing the bat. Personally, I feel like I feel like someone's approach to the plate and how they swing paints a picture. It's poetry in motion. And to me personally, I can tell a lot from it. I like Bobby Witt Jr. There's a reason why he was such a high prospect, and there's a reason why he's number 2 on this list. He's the real deal. Again, not saying which cards or which variations, all those things to go out and buy. Do your own research, but I will say he's number 2 on this list, and for good reason. Now, before I go ahead and jump into the number 1 card of this video, if you guys have made it this far in the video, please go ahead and leave us a comment down below. Let us know who your favorite rookies are, who you guys have enjoyed watching, who you think will be great, who has yet to make the show, things like that. Mitch and I really do love reading the comments. All right, guys, so the number 1 card on this video, you probably already know who it is, but that's going to be Julio Rodriguez. He's phenomenal. There's a reason why he's been the number 1 prospect in baseball for so long. Of course, a lot of people and a lot of websites do consider Wander Franco to be that guy. But so far, Julio Rodriguez has had the better career. He's the quickest player in Major League Baseball history to hit 15 home runs and swipes 20 bags. If he goes off and hits 30 home runs and swipes 30 bags, which is very likely, in a rookie season, this guy's the real deal. He's playing on a really good Seattle Mariners team right now. Definitely up and coming. Like I said, this guy can swipe bags. He's currently got like a 280 average. He's hitting home runs, making unreal plays out in center field. He's the real deal. He's got the last name too of Rodriguez. I know a lot of people don't look into that, but it's important. He's really young. He's young too, but arguably speaking, he does have Bowman Chromes, but what I like best is, for those of you who don't know, Topps was really smart about this. They weren't going to include him, and then they said, okay, well, we might include him in Series 2. Then, we're not going to do that with a twist. And then we might, put him in the extended series. But the reality of what they decided to do was they decided to put a short print card. So this is a chase card, unlike Wander Franco, where just you get one, you get one, you get one, you get one. The whole world who wants a Wander Franco will get a Wander Franco rookie. Now, what they did is they put a short print variation card. This card's really extremely tough to find, and the fact that Julio Rodriguez is actually a superstar, in my opinion, makes this chase card so much more fun. So for that reason, being his age, being what he's already done, anytime you can be the quickest to something in Major League Baseball history, wow, you're pretty good. Unless it's like the quickest to reach 100 career strikeouts at the plate, then you don't want to do that. But in this case, Julio Rodriguez is the real deal. He's young, he does it all, and the pop reports on a lot of his cards are pretty low. So for that reason, Julio Rodriguez is number 1. Well, that does it for this installment of Red Cape Sports. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. It really helps us out to grow the channel and to reach more people who love sports card collecting as yourself. And just a reminder, if you guys are interested in learning more than just what we put out here on YouTube, down below in the video description, there is a link to our Udemy course. Ultimately there, you guys can learn tons of different things on how to collect sports cards, protect them, and ultimately invest in the sports card industry. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Till next time.